Hi, this is Lynn Baker. I'm the chair of the Jazz Studies and Commercial Music Department at the University of Denver Lamont School of Music. Welcome to the Shape Method. This is a lesson on a chapter from the Shape Method for Jazz Improvisation. Hi, and welcome to Chapter 18 of the Shape Method. In this chapter, we're going to deal with the rhythmic concept of cross-metering and the harmonic concept of superimposition on dominant chords that have a sharp 5. So cross-metering is defined in the Shape Method as repeating the same grouping of notes that are in contrast with the underlying meter. Now, it's different than rebarring that we covered in an earlier chapter. So the best way that this is usually done is to use sequence in your line. So if you happen to be stringing 3 notes together over the meter of 4/4, it's really recognizable to the listener if you do it in a sequential way, say a tonal sequence in the key. 5 notes, same thing. If you do sequences, it works pretty well to do this because it really lines up. Now, it's fun to practice this because you can start in different places and get different rhythmic resolutions at different distances away from where you started. So try it with 3s, try it with 5s, and make sure you just keep that underlying 4/4, but you're cross-metering on top of it, either 3 groups or 5 groups, either through an accent pattern or through a sequence. The next part is superimposition of dominant chords that have a sharp 5. Now, there are 5 different major or minor triads that have this function, that if you have a major triad on the bottom and you put these triads on the top, they either create or imply an altered dominant chord. The 2 that you really need to be conversant with to be functional here is flat 2 minor and flat 6 major. Now, there's a little bit of adjustment that needs to be made in terms of what a consonance tone is when you're dealing with superimpositions that have a sharp 5 dominant chord. And that is that usually the bottom triad, the first order triad, is 1, 3, 5, and 6. Those are the consonance tones. And then we don't count the 6 on the superimposition chord. It's just 1, 3, 5. Those are the consonance tones up there. On dominant chords that have a sharp 5, we do it the other way around. We count 1, 3, 5 of the bottom chord, sometimes not even the 5. And then on the top triad, we count 1, 3, 5, and 6. And those, if you think about it in those ways, it gives you the right colors for those dominant chord sounds. So, cross-metering and colorful dominant chords through superimposition. Use those things as you practice. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the chapter. To go deeper into the ideas, purchase the Shape Method. You'll receive detailed information, more examples, listening suggestions, composition and performance exercises, and appendices of public domain jazz language, and an explanation of why the blues scale works, and more. Get chops on the concepts by purchasing the Etude Supplements Volume 1 and 2. Please subscribe to the channel and tell your friends.